Let's open the book on this. Today in Hong Kong, a rainstorm warning climbed all the way to black, then dropped off fast, and it ended with a twist that still has folks watching the rivers. Hi, I'm Leah.
And I'm Garrett. Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett, here in Hong Kong.
First up, Hong Kong lifts rainstorm warnings after the first black alert of 2026. The Hong Kong Observatory issued the black rainstorm warning between June 7th and June 8th. That black signal means extremely heavy rain, about 70 millimeters an hour. The system runs amber, red, then black, with black being the most severe. After the peak, it stepped down to red, then amber, and by June 8 it was canceled. Some areas did see flooding, and even after the warnings ended, officials still urged caution near rivers because water levels can surge after the rain passes.
It's kind of wild that the signals dropped, yet the advice stayed cautious, but that checks out. Rain warnings track what's falling right now, while rivers respond with a lag. Basically, the sky calms down, but all that runoff is still racing downhill. So if you're near streams or low-lying spots, staying alert after the signal cancels is still the smart play.
Why does it escalate and de-escalate so quickly sometimes?
Short answer, local downpours can be super patchy and intense. Think of storm cells training over one district, then shifting. The observatory updates signals as data changes minute by minute. Unpredictable weather, fast-moving decisions. That's pretty much the playbook in a subtropical city like ours. All right, let's roll on. Next up, a tragic construction site accident in Tuen Mun. On June 8th, a 33-year-old worker fell around 44 meters at a public housing site. He was taken to Tuen Mun Hospital and pronounced dead just after 3. Authorities are treating it as an industrial accident, which is the formal term for a workplace incident causing injury or death. Police and the Labor Department have opened investigations to determine what exactly led to the fall.
That's heartbreaking. Falling from 44 meters is devastating, and it really underscores why strict site safety matters. When we say strict, we mean things like secure scaffolds, proper harnesses, and supervisor checks. I know the cause isn't clear yet, but I hope the inquiry brings answers and prevents a repeat. Why do these cases get classified so specifically as industrial accidents?
Good question. That label triggers a formal process. It sets standards for investigation, reporting, and if needed, enforcement actions. It also ties into obligations on employers and protections for workers and families.
Next up, a well-known youth basketball coach, Young Cam Wah, was arrested on June 9th on suspicion of common assault. A video went viral of him slapping a young player during a 2024 training session. He's apologized, and he's been released on bail, which means a temporary release with conditions while the case proceeds. He must report to police in July. Under Hong Kong law, common assault can lead to up to 1 year in prison if convicted.
It's striking how a 2-year-old clip can resurface and carry real legal weight. The viral effect is a force multiplier. For anyone wondering, common assault is essentially unlawful force, or the threat of it, without serious injury. It's serious, and it's now in the legal system's hands.
Okay, let's move on. A school leadership shakeup that's raising eyebrows. Former secondary school principal Lee Chok-hing was summarily dismissed after a video showed him swearing at security guards in Singapore during a school trip on May 22nd. The school board rejected his resignation and terminated his contract on June 3rd without compensation. Lawmakers are calling summary dismissal the workplace equivalent of a death sentence because the legal threshold for it is so high.
To break down the terms, summary dismissal means immediate firing for alleged serious misconduct with no pay in lieu. And the Provident Fund is basically a long-term savings pot tied to employment. Dismissal details can affect payouts. Lee's appointed legal representation to review the decision. This one's got some depth to it. Policies, conduct on duty abroad, and employment law all intersecting.
Why go straight to summary dismissal instead of accepting the resignation?
We don't have the board's internal rationale. Generally, institutions use summary dismissal when they believe the conduct meets a very high bar for immediate termination. It's a strong stance, and if challenged, a court would look closely at whether that bar was truly met.
Last up, Hong Kong's dog-friendly restaurant scheme just got swamped. Since applications opened on May 18th, more than 2,100 eateries have applied to add a dog admission endorsement to their food business license. There are only 1,000 places in this first round, and the fee is 140 Hong Kong dollars. With the quota more than doubled by interest, spots will be allocated by balloting, which is basically a lottery draw. Launch is expected in July.
Demand is clearly there. That's overwhelming, in a good way. If the pilot goes smoothly, I could see future rounds expanding the quota. In the meantime, restaurants that get in will need clear signage and good pet policies, so everyone, two-legged and four, knows the drill.
Thanks for tuning in to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Hong Kong. Have a great day and join us tomorrow for more updates.